Welcome back to another New World Cribs, guys. Today we are still in Everfall. We're checking out the second house down this road, and let's go ahead and see what these guys have to offer. I think this is another tier 4 house, but however, this I think has the biggest backyard in Everfall. So let's go ahead and get going. So starting off today is going to be Cliff's residence at 32,000 points. Let's go ahead and see how this house is. So starting off, this grog is not too bad. I kind of dig it. Outside, it definitely has the vibe. I can get behind this vibe. You know, the flowers there is pretty cool. However, the backyard is really not getting utilized, or this little section over here as well. I would like to see definitely a lot more in this backyard, but it is what it is. So let's go ahead and jump on into the front. One thing I would like to see out here though is like a little bar, some stools. If you're gonna have a grog where you're gonna be drinking and getting, I mean, this could be just regular water, right? But to me, this says beer. If you're gonna be having beer out here, because you got this little bottle with like the skull icon in the front, I feel like you need to have like a hangout spot. But let's get inside. So I like the little rug, the little anchor, the ship sail things on the sides, pretty cool. Oh my god, this guy has a bar. See, this is what I would like to see outside. This would have worked perfect. Shout out to Mr. Brainplay from my last video. He commented letting me know that he had a build similar to this with like a bar inside of it. And this is pretty cool. This isn't his place, I don't think, but I do like the bar concept. I'm gonna have to really tackle this myself. And then he's got like a little wash station, a little table. This guy must be living alone. And he's got his pots and pans up like on the ceiling. So this is definitely a bachelor pad. Got a little shelf, some antiques. You know, you got the ship sail light. What do you call those things? Oh man, now a chandelier hanging from the ceiling. And by the way, these are the trophies. I figured that out. I had to do some research because I had no idea that these were trophies because I haven't reached 75 yet, but I'm just about to. It's got this nice little old clock table. And I do love this bookcase. This bookcase, especially with all the scrolls inside, does look really nice. He's got a globe. The sack is really cool. I've been seeing a nice little trick with people putting the sack in their front door, trying to get people to think that they have like unclaimed reward there, but then they just trick themselves. So it's all in good fun. Before we jump onto the next house, I want to give this house I think it's a solid 3 out of 5. It's a solid 3 out of 5. It's a decent theme, bachelor house, but nothing too special. So the next house we're going to be checking out is Jennykinz with 20,000 points. Let's go ahead and jump on in. And right off the bat, the entrance is pretty bare. There's not a whole lot in the yard. We got some chests back here, which is actually not a bad idea because it makes it feel like I personally have some like storage containers in my yard as well. So it's not a bad use of it, like in my IRL yard, I should clarify. I like using the oak like tables in the back, like the little stumps. I think that's a good use of it. Makes it feel like that area's been lived in. Especially with this house, you have the yard, right? So you're going to want to definitely try to use as much of this backyard as possible. And this house is gorgeous. At least this floor. This layout, the double wide table, the nice little kitchen corner back here with all the, you know, utensils and storage, water plates. This is well laid out, well planned, well executed. Props. I'm clapping for you. I think this one right here, this is how you do a first floor. This is the best one we've seen yet today, at least for the first floor. This is only second house, right? So hopefully it gets better. But I love everything about this. There's nothing negative I can say about this floor. So let's go ahead and check out this floor upstairs. And he is not failing to impress. So to me, this feels more of like a thief guild, or like a, I don't know, what's the other kind of guilds, but it feels like a guild hall. You got like all your beds and your storage containers and your scrolls. This is where you come to after a big fight. You and your group or your party come here to relax and recoup and get ready for the next day, right? This is the total vibe I'm getting from this house. Total execution is 10 out of 10. I'm going to rate this one a 4 out of 5. I still haven't seen a house that gives me a 5 out of 5, but this house is a 4 out of 5 easy. And, you know, just a little bit more variety and a little bit more expensive items. I think I probably would have rated this a 5. But overall, I think he is so close to the top in the charts here. Good job, man. The next one here, we have the Giuseppe. I don't know how you're saying this name, but at 13,000 points. And this, starting right off the bat, is very interesting. I have no idea what that is, but it's a nice little detail. I like it. And oh, this is actually kind of cool. You have a big jug out here with water. Maybe this is where you make your wine with your grapes and stuff, which is kind of cool. You got the wheelbarrow with, you know, like a sickle sticking out. That's actually really dope. You got the little rock tower, which is take it or leave it. The interior is not bad. It's pretty bare. I guess, to be fair, sitting around 13,000 points, you're not going to be having players that have a lot of stuff, because that is usually about level 50 in crafting, because that's kind of where I'm at right now. I think I just got up to about 11,000 in my house and I hit 75, so it's probably what to be expected. But he does have a trophy here, which is pretty cool. This corner right here is actually not too bad. It feels a little claustrophobic, but at the same time, I like it because it makes it feel alive. The only downside to this house, again, is it does feel a little bare bones, doesn't have a lot of stuff. It does show that this house is definitely a lot less popular than the house we did last episode, because people that lived in that last house definitely had a lot more stuff and they spent a lot more time in housing than this house. So we'll see how the remainder of these houses are, but I would rate this one a 2 out of 5. It definitely needs more stuff in it. Next, we'll be moving on over to Fornstar, which is going to be sitting about at 10,000 points. So let's go ahead and check out what Fornstar's house looks like. Starting off right off the bat, this is not a bad first impression. We got the scarecrow up here to hit. We got some shelves on the exterior of the house, which is actually a good idea. I've never thought about doing that. And what is this contraption here? This is pretty interesting. It looks like you have your wash stuff there, but it has a pump. I don't know. We'll continue on, but oh, this is what I'm talking about. A good use for backyard. What I'd like to see with that scarecrow is maybe laying down some carpet to see if it kind of gets rid of the tall grass, and you can have like a little armory thing. I did try hitting it with some tools. It does not work. It doesn't show that it takes damage, because that would be actually a really cool feature if they did add that. If you place one of these in your house, you can actually see your damage and you can test out some things. That would be really dope. And hopefully, if Amazon Games, if you're watching this, please implement that. So let's go ahead and move on into the interior. But before we do that, let's go ahead and take a look at these. I don't know what this ball of junk is. It looks like a bird nest almost, but that's kind of cool. I don't know. I'd be interested to see it, see what it is. So let's get inside here. We got a table. We got some bookshelves, some plates and pottery and so on and so forth. So nothing too out of the ordinary here. Layout is pretty good. I have no complaints. A lot of shelves. I think too many shelves at this point, to be honest, but you know what? I'm going to give it to him regardless. You need to use it up, right? So going upstairs, we have, again, more shelves. This guy likes his shelves. I'm going to call this guy Shelf Guy or something because he likes his shelves. He's got his chest, and upstairs is pretty bland. Nothing special, nothing crazy. We're going to have to make like a best of the best list. After like 10 episodes or something, I think we have to go back to like the 10 best houses and compare them all and see how things are checking out. So you guys will have to let me know what you guys think about that idea. So let's go ahead and rate this guy. You know what? I'm going to give this guy... I'm going to give him a 3. He had some good original ideas with having the scarecrow in the backyard for hitting. I think I would like to see both of them back there, but it is what it is. I think he has some good ideas, you know, something that we might be able to take away with. So we're going to give him 3 out of 5. Move on to the next. Actually, there is no next. I just remembered all these guys had low score, so there's no point on going any further. But I did think that these houses were pretty good. There's some cool ideas in there, again, with the scarecrow, with the bar, the bamboo sticks, you know, so there's some cool things to take away with. And if you guys have any further suggestions or ideas for this type of video, let me know down below. If you guys have a link to a video or you guys want to show me something, you can always hit me up in Discord or send me an email or whatever. All that kind of information is down below as well. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit that like, subscribe. That's always appreciated. And then on top of that, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but obviously from the last time video and to this video, I am starting to incorporate including all of the build stuff that I find interesting, like what the recipe is and what it is, how to get it. So that way you guys can kind of track it down and have that information as well, because somebody suggested in the last video as well. So shout out to the Book of RS for that. So until next time, guys, I hope you guys had a great New Year's and have a good night. It's Feb.